To start tonight, it's Carl Froch. You know, on October the 2nd, he will fight Arthur Abrahams in Monaco as part of the quite brilliant Super 6 tournament. It's the last of the group stages. Both Carl and Abraham need a win to guarantee going forward to the semi-finals. Carl has been in some of world boxing's best fights, in my opinion, the last 2 years. His series of fights as WBC champion, which came to an end rather controversially in Denmark a couple of months ago, was a brilliant quartet of 3 wins and 1 defeat. But a fantastic quartet of fights. It really was, and he deserves to be a bigger star. It's as simple as that, really. And I'm not just saying that because he's on the show. I say that all the time to anyone that will listen. And it's a delight to welcome new dad, Carl Froch, to the show. Good evening, Carl.
Big guy, how are you?
I'm fantastic, friend. First of all, Carl, Monaco. How long will you go out to Monaco before the fight? It's not like you have to go out for months, is it?
No, not at all. It's probably, 2 hours on a plane. It's only an hour time difference, so I think a week at least is a sensible thing to do. And the thing with that as well, I can finish all my sparring and do all my real sharp training in England before going out there, because it'd probably be difficult to finish sparring out there if I don't set up camp out there.
You don't want to set up. And that comes to money. You got to get tents and all of that stuff. Carl, now there was a lot of, after the Kessler fight, there was a lot of negotiations and lots of shouting and screaming about where this fight would take place. With Abraham's people wanting the fight to be in Berlin, where he's fought all the time, and you, in charge of your career, wanting the fight to be in Nottingham, where you fought a lot of your fights. You both thought you could get big crowds. There was talk about a neutral fight. Dubai, Canada came up, and Monaco. Did you have any qualms, any reservations about accepting Monaco, Carl?
I did initially. My first grievance was the fight was actually agreed to be in England, in Nottingham actually, but the Nottingham Forest football ground, that sort of fell through because the fight got delayed from August and put back to September, which is now 2nd of October.
Sure.
It's been put back a little bit further. So to go originally from it being in my hometown or even in England to then being over in Monaco, like anywhere in Europe, I didn't really want it because of the controversy in my last fight with the judges and that. But I'm fine once I realised that Monaco it is pretty much neutral ground. It's probably further for him to get to Monaco than what it is for me.
Yeah, it's
he
more
can fly
difficult.
from East Midlands. All the Forest fans and all my fans can fly from East Midlands Airport straight there.
Yep.
And to top all that off, to make me feel even more at ease, my promoter Mick Hennessy, he's done a fantastic job, and he's been liaising with Ken Hirschman, who's the head of Showtime TV, which is the network that broadcasts all my fights in America. They've agreed to send 3 American judges, neutral, and the referee.
That's big.
There shouldn't be any sort of skullduggery, if you like, with this fight. The winner should win the fight. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, the winner is guaranteeing himself a place in the Super 6 semi-final. The loser could still a sneak through, and I know you can't feel this way, Carl, but are you looking at the semi-finals? I mean, is it something? Have you sort of set yourself an agenda? I need to get to the semi-finals.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this tournament is the most important thing in my boxing career. I'm signed up to it, and I've got big hopes of winning this tournament. I go into every fight believing I can win. I thought I did enough in the Kessler fight, as everybody knows. It was close. It was a very close fight. It was close that a lot of people thought could have gone either way. But the manner in which I lost, with one of the scorecards being, I think I won 1 round in the first 10. So yeah. I was never going to win it. But that aside, moving on from that, that's history. I've got Abraham next, and I've got to beat Abraham, and then I'm in the semi-finals guaranteed, and I want to be in the finals against Ward. The interesting thing about the tournament, as you mentioned, even if I was to hypothetically not win, because I don't like talking about losing, if I wasn't to win against Abraham, I could still go through. If Darrell loses to Ward and Green loses to Kessler, which I'd expect that to happen, to be honest. I mean, I don't know about Darrell Ward, because Darrell is a good fighter.
He fancies it now, doesn't he? Yeah.
And he showed a lot against Abraham. But if them 2 lose, I'm through anyway. But by beating Abraham, interestingly enough, I'll fight Mikhail Kessler in the semi-finals, which is a very attractive fight for me, because it gives me a chance to put right or wrong, and get my belt back, and then look forward to a final with probably Ward. But who knows? This tournament's unfolding strangely and controversially, and it's exciting.
Well, the way it is at the moment, there's 6 boxers. Let me just explain. There's 6 boxers. Ward is guaranteed to go through, but here's the tricky thing: Ward could go through in 4th place if certain things happened. That's the way it works. Anybody from the 5 underneath can go through it. Anybody can. Now, Carl, there's been an awful lot of speculation about where this fight will end up. with regards to TV. Now, your last 2 fights have been on prime time. Awful lot of speculation online, and 1 or 2 people have mentioned it in the papers. It was in the Sun the other day, I think, about this fight ending up on Sky. Can you throw any light on that, or are negotiations ongoing?
Yeah, they're ongoing, and after a brief discussion with my promoter and a few people from the press, which I wouldn't like to mention because I don't want to drop the people from the press in, but it seems like it could be optimistically on Sky on a Saturday night, which will probably be one of their regular Saturday night fight slots. Yeah, and I'd be really happy if that happened, because Sky's a brilliant platform. It gets plenty of viewers, and they do a great sort of plug for the fight. It's great publicity and profile, so I'd be happy with it being on Sky, but nothing's been confirmed yet, Steve. Nothing at all. Okay,
well, listen, that's good. I know it's going to be on 5 Live. I think that's been confirmed, your BBC 5 Live coverage, because I was asked today if I can go over on the Friday night to do something from there the night before, just like we did when we were out in Denmark. Carl, let me ask you a question. What's your favourite piece of sporting music, or your favourite sporting film, or your favourite sporting book? What is it? What of those 3 things? Which is your favourite? And which is it?
Music, film or book, sporting?
You take your choice.
I really enjoyed The Raging Bull.
Yeah,
Jason Motta.
Yeah.
But I think that was something to do with the way Robert De Niro sort of portrayed the character. Yeah. He's just brilliant. And was it Joe Pesci as his friend? Book, I'm not a big book reader. I have read the Chris Eubank autobiography. I really enjoed that.
Yeah, parts of it are staggering. They're brilliant. I had Eubank on the show the other day.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that. Eubank is brilliant. I'm a big fan. I always have been since the start of his pro career. And music, I don't know. I've got the I've got the Rocky Story CD in my iPod, and I bang that on sometimes when I'm in the gym. It's a bit cheesy, but it gets you going.
Yeah, Carl, that is the correct answer, I've got to tell you. The Rocky CD. Listen, guys, on the subject of Rocco, how's your little boy doing?
Yeah, he's doing fine, thanks. I've just come upstairs actually because he started whinging. I think he wants some food, but no, he's bang on. He's good health. He's a good size. He's just over £8 now, and
good.
He's doing fantastic. Being a father really is something magical, and I'm enjoying every moment. I really am.
In many ways, Carl, probably good that the fight's not in late August, which is one of the early ideas, and it's going to be on October 2nd, because you get a little bit more time to spend with your boy instead of isolating yourself so you can get kips. Yeah,
definitely. I mean, I'm in the spare room anyway, but I'll be away from home when I'm training at least Monday to Friday. I may come home the odd weekend, but just give me a couple of weeks with him, because obviously bringing a new baby into the house, it's nice to be with Rachel, my partner, for at least the first 2 or 3 weeks, just to get used to the changes of it. You know what it's like. You've got a boy yourself. It's a big change in the household, having someone new in the house. But no, the reason the fight was delayed was actually due to a scratch on the eye, which is pretty much sorted now, just a small scratch. So
was that done in the Kessler fight?
Yeah, well, it was an old injury actually that reoccurred. Just a small scratch on the cornea, but I had to get it looked at and decide if I needed to take any action with it, and just rest sorted it. So touch wood, it should be fine and not reoccur.
All right, listen, Carl, it's been a pleasure talking to you, Carl Froch. We'll speak to you very soon, Carl.
Cheers, Steve.
See you, mate. Carl Froch there. He fights, and suggesting the fight might be on Sky in Monaco on October the 2nd. He'll fight Arthur Abraham. Now, I tell you what, if you've got a few quid in the piggy bank, that would be a brilliant trip to go over. Loads of calls.